Alright, and welcome back to week 4. On this episode, we got the Wichita Regulators taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. In last week's matchup for week 3, New York Giants came into Wichita and took an L. We were able to defeat the Giants 33-27. And what was our higher scoring game of the year? As far as the Raiders, let's check out their roster and see who is been drafted to them. Starts with Kittle and Burrow, and then they have Travis Etienne as their running back. Good looking left tackle. They also have Garrett Wilson, so very offensive heavy at the top. CJ, GJ, another lineman. Clowney's down here, Josh Downs. So, looks like they definitely drafted to be more of an offensive team. So, hopefully our defense is up for the challenge. As far as through 3 weeks, the defense has played probably better than the offense. But last game, the offense finally kind of got it going, getting some touchdowns, pulling out the win. We'll hop into the press conference and see what kind of questions we got to answer this week. So let's talk about Russell Wilson and how he's played up to this point. In your opinion, what has he done well so far this season? Avoiding turnovers. It's led to 2 wins. The 1 loss, he had the 2 bad interceptions. I've got to say, I'm glad they left that up there to be an answer. Who deserves credit for how he's played so far? Well, you got to give the big guys up front. We didn't draft a stout offensive lineman for nothing. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. You got to give them the credit. Hey, it works out. They all get some XP. So that's what's up. And that is all they're going to ask us about. So we had no injuries this week. So besides Devontae Wyatt from last week still lingering, we are good to go. Shelby Harris got hurt last week as well. So we got Russell Wilson and the 2-1 Wichita Regulators going into Las Vegas to face Joey Brrrr and the 3-0 Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, the kickoff is underway. The Raiders will be kicking off to the Regulators. Carson Steele receives it at his 5 and is going to get a great chunk of yards out to the 35. Good starting position for Russell Wilson and the Regulators. As we check out Russell's stats up to this point, he's got 40 of 67 for 577, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So here on 1st and 10, Russell sends Chig in motion to the outside. He's going to hand off to Henry off the right, and Henry's going to break a tackle and pick up 4. Taken down by Sanders. Here on 2nd and 6, Russell's rolling out to the left. He's got room. He's going to slide and pick up the 1st down. With the fresh set of downs, Russell in shotgun. Snaps underway. He's going to hand that off to Henry, who's going to get another 4 yards to the left side. But after a holding penalty, that's going to set the Regulators back to 2nd and 16. Russell steps back, fires over the middle. He's got a Okonkwo And that's a doable 3rd and 3. Nice pitch and catch by Russell to Chig. So here on 3rd down, Russell's going to be in shotgun step back. Fires and finds Blake Corum, who gets a nice gain to the 35 of Las Vegas. Good 1st down. Regulators line up in a strong left formation, and the handoffs to Henry, who's got room. He's going to get the block, and he's going to strut his way to a Regulators touchdown. What a 35-yard pickup by the King, who starts this game off with a bang. Good blocks by JJ, the line, nice finding of the end zone. So just like that, the Regulators drive, 6 plays, 65 yards for the score. On the other side, the Raiders and Joey Brrrr are going to get their chance. Burrow's 5 touchdowns, no picks through 4 weeks. So here on the first drive for the Raiders, they're going to start with a handoff to the right. ETN is going to pick up 1 and get kicked in the mouth by Levante David. Surprisingly, no personal foul. Flags have come out. Burrow in shotgun on 2nd and 9. He's going to get smoked by Patrick Peterson. And Ignagbar is there to scoop up the fumble. The Regulators start back-to-back games defensively with a strip sack fumble. Joey B was running around for his life back there, and Patrick Peterson was in the right place at the right time. So that will lead to great starting field position for the Regulators inside their red zone. Here on first, we got play action. Chig in the back corner of the end zone is going to have it knocked out, in and out of his hands. Russell sails the ball just a little bit, making it tough for Okonkwo. Here on 2nd and 10, Henry's got room again to the left side. He's going to get another huge chunk, but there's holding. Go ahead and back that up as Dion Dawkins is the guilty party. So it is 2nd and 16 at the 25. Regulators in I formation. The handoff, it's play action to Henry, but Russell finds Justin Jefferson over the middle, and that's going to be Justin Jefferson touchdown. So the Regulators are going to make quick work of the turnover and extend the lead to 14 points with 3.5 minutes left in the first. The Raiders back with the ball now. Another handoff to ETN to the right. He's going to pick up 4 yards. So now it'll be 2nd and 6, and they're going to go with a handoff to the left where ETN's going to bounce off a tackler and eventually lose 6 yards. BJ Ojolari there to wrap him up for the loss. So Burrow in shotgun here on 3rd and 12. He's stepping back, trying to set up the screen, but the Regulators shut it down. Levante David was all over it. Regulators get the ball back after a few quick runs. It's 3rd and 8. And Michael Wilson is found on the corner. That's going to be enough for a Regulators first down. Moving into Raider territory all the way to the 41. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Russell's calling audibles, making adjustments. He's going to send Justin Jefferson in motion. Play clock's ticking down. It's going to be a handoff to Henry. Big hole to the right. Could have drove a Mack truck through that thing. Henry's going to pick up 13, and that is going to wrap up the first quarter. Regulators lead 14-0. Off of the Derrick Henry touchdown and the Joe Burrow fumble. So back here, it's 1st and 10. Russell's going to step back. He's going to find Mingo over the middle, who is going to have it dislodged. Incomplete. CJ was there for the defense. Back on 2nd and 10. Michael Wilson is motioned out to the right. And Russell's going to hand it off to Henry, who has another huge hole. He's going to chunk it for 12. That's going to give him 6 carries for 69. Very nice. yards rushing. Got another 1st and 10. The Regulators are inside the red zone. It's going to be play action. Russell finds Juszczyk, who's going to get it all the way down to the 3. And you can hear the crowd. So it's 1st and goal, and Henry's going to bust him up. That's a Regulator touchdown. His 2nd of the day. Derrick Henry just destroys the defender in the hole. It was one-on-one, man-on-man, and Henry was not going to be stopped. Edgerrin Cooper just gets run over. So Regulators up the score and the lead 21-0 here in the 2nd quarter. Raiders on the return are going to get it to the 26 after he's wrapped up. But automatic Aubrey going down. Uh-oh. He looks like he's cramping, so hopefully he is okay, because if this comes down to any kind of kicks or field goals, he is a weapon. He is our secret weapon. So here on 2nd and 10, the Raiders and Travis Etienne are going to find no room. And the news is broke. Turf toe. Turf toe for Brandon Aubrey. That is a brutal loss for today's game. We have Logan Wilson getting a sack here on 3rd down, and that's going to end the Raiders' drive. So the Raiders are held scoreless through 2.5 quarters as the Regulators look to add more points to the board. Russell's going to take a shot downfield, and he's going to overthrow the receiver, which will bring up 3rd down here as Russell in shotgun is just going to look to dump it off for the screen to Corum, who gets it about 5 or 6 yards, but another holding penalty. So the Raiders will decline that as it stays 4th down. And as they get the ball back here at the 32-yard line, Burrow is in play action. He's going to find Garrett Wilson over the middle. A nice 15 yards. Burrow's going to drop back again, and he's going to find Pierce this time over the middle. And he's going to get all the way down to the 23. So the Raiders knocking on the door. We got play action once again, and Levante David picks it. He picks it. What a lurk. Burrow was looking for Kittle, and he underthrew it. Levante David with the pick and hop. And that's going to be Burrow's 1st interception of the year as the Regulators look to take over here at their own 20. So Russell's going to send Jefferson in motion to the left. He's going to hand off. Nope, it's play action. He's going to find Michael Wilson over the middle, and Wilson's to the 50 with a spin move. Nearly spins through 4 people, but he is ultimately taken down at the 41. So after the 2-minute warning, Wilson stepping back. He fires left side for Jefferson, who drops it. Jefferson dropped probably one of the easier catches he's had thrown. So the Regulators take a timeout, and here on 3rd and 10, Wilson under pressure is going to get it to Wilson. Michael Wilson, and he gets just enough for the 1st down. They're down to the 31. Now keep in mind, with Aubrey being out, the Regulators have their punter to kick a field goal. I don't know how reliable that's going to be, but we should see. Yes, on 2nd and 10, Wilson stepping way back. He's going to get hit right as he throws by Jonathan Abram. So here on 3rd and 8, Russell's going to find McMillan. And it's going to be short. 4th and 3. What do they do here? At their own 23, do they put in Stonehouse for a 40-ish yard field goal? It doesn't look like it. Coach Clausen says go for it. Wilson's going to step back, and he's going to fire for Jefferson over the middle, but John Abram was there again. And I think if he watches that one back, Russell's going to kick himself. He had Mingo wide open under the middle. Could have taken a 1st down in their last timeout, but it's on to halftime. As we take a look at the Steelers and Colts, the Steelers are going to sneak out of there with an 18-17 victory and remain unbeaten. Matt Stafford and James Conner giving those boys a challenge. Out on the coast, KC's going into LA, where Patrick Mahomes is going to look to remain unbeaten. Up 24-7 at the half. Finally, Bengals, Panthers. In quite a high-scoring game. Jaden Daniels is going to get it done, though. Panthers 35, Bengals 27. Daniels with 2 passing touchdowns, while Barkley has 1 on the ground. So through the first half, it's 21-0 Regulators. We are just truly owning the game. 2 turnovers by the Raiders turned into points. Unfortunately, there at the end, we didn't take the 3. If we had Aubrey, we 100% take the 3 there. Overall, on offense, I like how the balls were running. We are just chunking off 10 yards after 10 yards. But ultimately, we're going to defend against the blitz to make sure we're not getting pressured. On the defensive side, Burrow's going to start tearing us up as the Raiders are down big. So we're going to look to defend the medium pass. Raiders start with the ball here in the second half and quickly swatted. Oh my, Burrow left that one right up there for Patrick Peterson, who could have had an easy pick. But it's 3rd and 6, and after play action, Burrow's going down. Ed Nagbar for his sack, and that's going to force the Raiders to punt. The Regulators up to 3 sacks on the day. 1st and 10, and Henry's going to take the handoff and run right into his offensive lineman and somehow manage 3 yards out of that. Henry did not take a good angle to the hole, but we'll take it. 3rd and 7. Russell making adjustments. It's going to be a handoff for Henry on 3rd and 7, and he's got room out to the left. He's got nothing but space. He trucks the defender. GJ gets ran over, and Henry picks up the 1st down. So the Regulators have it at the 40, and Russell looks to go deep. He's smoked right as he throws it, and it ends up being picked by the defense. The Raiders catching a good break, and here on 1st down, we'll get a big play, and just like that, the Raiders are knocking. 32-yard line and a penalty, as we have offsides by the defense. Miles Cole given a free 5 yards. So 1st and 5, Burrow going to go play action. He's got a man over the middle. It's Kittle all the way down to the 2. And George Kittle sets the Raiders up to be in scoring position as a pitch outside to Etienne goes nowhere. They're going to lose 8 yards. Sanborn in on the tackle. 2nd and goal. More play action. Jackson's going to bite just enough, and Burrow floats it right over his fingers. It's Kittle. Touchdown, Raiders. Wow. Theo Jackson bit on the play action just enough. He was 1 yard short, and the ball floats right over his fingertips. The Raiders 7, Regulators 21, as it was a 4-play, 46-yard drive. After a couple quick runs going nowhere, it's 3rd and 8 for the Regulators. Wilson steps back, he fires, and it was an errant throw. He just rushed it. He had his guy beat. So they are forced to punt, a quick 3-and-out by the Regulators. Back on 1st down, Garrett Wilson's going to catch the RPO and go backwards as Jordan Poyer gets the tackle for loss. 2 minutes left now here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 11. Burrow in shotgun. Again, he's in the zone. He's going to scramble out to the left, and he's going to get sacked. Daniil Hunter with the takedown, as that takes the Raiders back to 3rd and 19. Burrow looks up. He's going to launch it deep. It's Pierce. Oh, he's got it right over Poyer. And the Raiders on 3rd and 19 are going to put it in the end zone. Now, we have to watch this back because I swear Poyer had his hand in there. He had his hand on the ball. Let's see if it slow-mo's it for us. Oh, he's right there. I mean, Madden just going to be Madden on that one. As we pop into the instant replay, I had to go deeper and take a peek. How close was he? Because Poyer was just going for the swat. I mean, his hand is on the ball. Alec Pierce just straight up catches it, takes it, rips the ball right through his hand, and says, give me that touchdown. I mean, great play by Alec Pierce. Poyer just has to go up a little bit stronger. So the Regulators are back here on first down. He's just going to go out to Chig, who's going to pick up 9, 10. They're going to give him a first down on that. First down. Regulators. Wilson back in the back. He's dancing. He's moving. He's got nothing but space. He's going to pick up 7, 18, 19 yards. But the penalty is holding. That's going to bring the ball back. Deion Dawkins with his second. And the Regulators have 1st and 20 as McMillan's going to catch a curl, break a tackle. He's going to pick up 14. He's going to get most of that back. As we come to an end of the third quarter, the Raiders are making it interesting as they put up 2 scores, and it is a touchdown game. But the Regulators do have the ball, and they are just shy of the 50, I believe. So 2nd and 6. Russell, he's going to find Jefferson on the drag. Jefferson's got nothing but room, and Jefferson is gone. 5. Touchdown. And just like that, 8 seconds in, 1 play into the fourth quarter, Justin Jefferson and the Regulators extend the lead back to 14. Stonehouse with a great extra point, as we remember Brandon Aubrey going down in the first quarter. So, Raiders take the ball. ETN going backwards again. Logan Wilson, 2-yard tackle for loss. ETN has gotten nothing on the ground today. And that's going to put the Raiders back to the 28, 2nd and 12. Burrow over the corner to Kittle. It's a big gain. And the guy that just got the tackle for loss, Logan Wilson, gets burned on the next play. Kittle has the Raiders up to the 30. More play action as Burrow's just going to take the check down for 7 yards. 6 minutes left now in the fourth as the Raiders look to put some more points on the board. Burrow standing in the pocket. He's looking for the running back, but he's going to be sacked by Jenkins before he can pull the trigger. Great coverage stack as the Regulators get their 5th. A quick throw out to Garrett Wilson on the left side, and that's going to bring up 4th and 3. You know the Raiders have to go for it. Down 2 scores, you have to go for it. You can't take the 3. Burrow in the pocket. He's going to step to the right. Now he's going to look to the left. He's going to find Kittle on the route. Does he get his feet in? They're going to say he did get the catch. That's a first down. So here on first, it's going to be ETN up the middle for 4, one of his better gains of the day. Back on 2nd and 6 at the 12. ETN again to the outside. He's bottled up. He's going to lose 2. Tyreek Woolen with the tackle for loss in the backfield. Now we face 3rd and 8. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Burrow's calling audibles, making adjustments. Time's ticking. It's going to be play action. Burrow all day back in the back. He's going to find ETN. Oh, and he's just shy. 4th and inches. No huddle. They're going straight to the line. It's going to be a hike. Burrow finds his guy. He's got him wide open. Oh, and he drops it. He dropped the touchdown. It was in and out of the hands of the fullback, and the Regulators are now going to take over. And Henry up the middle. An easy 18 yards. He was probably 1 block shy of busting it all the way to the end. And we are now at the 2-minute warning as the Regulators look to run out the clock and get on with the dub. So Regulators here, 2nd and 8. Russell in shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Corum to the right. He's going to do a little dance, and he's going to break another tackle, but he's ultimately going to lose 2. He had 2 or 3 yards. So Raiders take a quick timeout. It's going to be a pitch, and Henry just pitches it back himself to lose it. That's going to be a scoop and score. What kind of boneheaded play did Derrick Henry just do? In all truth, I squeezed my controller too hard and I hit the pitch button with my finger. So that was a knucklehead move by me. I can't even believe I did that in the first place when it happened. But that's going to give the Raiders life as it is now just a touchdown game. The onside kick is going to go to Harrison Jr., who will hold on to it after taking a big shot. So the Regulators just need to get one first down, and they can win this game. It's going to be a handoff to Henry, who's tackled in the backfield. Number 95, big old Keanu Benton with the tackle for loss. Regulators are going with no fear. They're going to take the screenplay. Oh! What a spin by Corum. That's all the way down to the 35. It's 3rd and 1. Play of the game. Game on the line. Jefferson in motion. Who are you going to hand it to? You're going to hand it to the king. And that's a first down. That's going to be the ball game. Henry, after a boneheaded pitch play, makes up for it as he gets the first down. And the Regulators will hold on to the victory. 28-21. The scoreboard definitely indicates it was a closer game than it truly was, as Burrow's comeback attempt falls just short. Russell finishes the day 14 for 23 with a nice 242 yards. Almost identical stat lines between the quarterbacks. Wilson 14 for 23, 242. Burrow 12-17, 230. Both had 2 touchdowns and a pick. And then on the ground, Henry freaking tears it up. 19 for 116 at a 6-yard average. 2 tutties. The bonehead fumble. 5 broken tackles. Shout out to the Regulators defense. ETN 9 carries, -4 yards. Let's go. Receiving, Kittle was the one tearing us up. 4 for 83. He had a nice grab. Wilson was quiet. Garrett, that is. Michael Wilson had a couple good long catches. Jefferson 3 for 80 with the 2 touchdowns. Corum had a couple good catches. McMillan. A couple drops as well. And then defensively, Quan Martin leads. Oh no. Edgerrin Cooper leads all of Las Vegas with 8 tackles, while Levante David and Jordan Poyer both had 5 for our side. John Jenkins had 3 TFLs, had 2 sacks. BJ Ojolari and Sanborn split 1. Along with Kingsley and Nagbear and Daniil Hunter. For the interceptions, Levante David and Edgerrin Cooper, both middle linebackers. No kicks, as Aubrey got hurt. He was able to kick all the extra points, though, thank goodness. And, yeah, pretty back-and-forth battle. First half seemed like the Regulators were going to run away with it, but in the second half, Joey B was able to make things interesting, to say the least. So the Regulators move on to 3-1, and the Raiders drop down to 3-1 as well. Let's take a look at some scores around the league that ended for Week 4. Falcons with a 34-0 shutout on the Saints. Denver and the Broncos in a shootout, 42-31. Panthers beat the Bengals. Texans narrowly escaped the Jaguars. Maybe the most shocking, the RedWolves and Cardinals. The Cardinals with a 38-14 beatdown. Just looked like a rough day at the office. Only 38 rushing yards for the RedWolves, 207 through the air. Had 3 turnovers to the 0 by the Cardinals, so that's always going to be tough to try and win anything on a -3 turnover difference. As far as the stats, oh, it's Baker Mayfield. 231, 18 for 25 with just a solo touchdown. Malik Willis was 14 for 36, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. On the ground, Mason was held to 8 carries for 27 yards, while the Cardinals' J.K. Dobbins only had 10 for 26. Tyler Boyd and Marvin Harrison Jr. both score for the RedWolves, so Harrison's touchdown streak has been extended to 4 games in a row. And then for the defense, Patrick Queen was everywhere. 10 tackles. Brian Cook with 7. Zion had 5. Looks like Dallas Turner was able to get a sack, and Daniel Hardy and Lucas Van Ness, while McCollum and TJ Watt both split. As far as the interceptions, just Trey Herndon and Kevin Byard. The Chiefs were able to beat the Chargers and remain 4-0. And what do you know? The Lions beat the Seahawks 42-28. So we'll take a look at the standings and what that's done around the league. The Chiefs do remain perfect 4-0, while the Saints are 0-4. I see the Pittsburgh Steelers still sitting at 4-0. They haven't been defeated yet. Taking on Dallas, who's 1-3. Jalen Hurts just can't get it figured out. So 2 remain undefeated, while the RedWolves, Eagles, Titans, Raiders, Jets, Vikings, Lions, and Regulators. We got 8 3-1 teams. As far as the bottom of the barrel, the Saints are the only team to be winless. So let's see who we're stacked up against in week 5. Oh, we have a Washington RedWolves showdown. So it looks like next episode we'll get into the user v user. Regulators versus the RedWolves. In what should be a really interesting battle. Let's take a peek at the top players of the week. In week 4, for the NFC, it was Jaden Daniels and Owusu Koromoa for the Saints. As far as the AFC goes, Aaron Rodgers did land on the Jets. How funny. And Zaire Franklin for the Patriots. 12 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception. So that about does it here. We'll wrap up this episode. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.